So this will be my fourth time in Paris, but this time is different because it's snowing, and I've never experienced snow in Paris. So this was very interesting. And let's move on to our next destination. So if you've never been to Hong Kong, Hong Kong is a very nice place. Even though some people might think they move very fast, it's a very fast-paced environment. And when you order at the restaurant, you have to be quick, and because the waitress can be a bit impatient. So let's talk about Hong Kong. This was when I spent my New Year's there. I think this was on the 1st of January. So how the route goes is Singapore to Hong Kong as a transit stop, then to San Francisco. So what I normally do in Hong Kong is I shop. I eat my favorite dim sum, bubble tea, the yin yang, which is the coffee and tea together, which they call it yin yang, similar to yin and yang. So they mix the coffee and tea, which is like my favorite drink. And besides that, I normally just shop around Hong Kong and explore. So this was, I think it was the Central Harbour if I'm not mistaken. And Hong Kong is one of my favorite night stop because I get to eat my favorite food. So let's move on to Korea. As you can see, this is I think it was Gangnam or Dongdaemun area, where there are a lot of shops, famous brands like Line, famous brands like Innisfree, Etude House. So a lot of crew like to go there to shop their makeup and facial things because it's cheaper there. And besides that, eat all the grilled meat. It's really delicious with the kimchi, so you get to experience all the really local Korean food. And this was actually during my annual trip. We went to Halong Bay, so I went for a boat kayaking, and this was really a very beautiful experience because it was all surrounded by nature. And the next trip we actually used Vietnam Airlines instead of SQ, because it was a much cheaper alternative for us to fly to Japan. And yes, you guessed it right, the next trip is to Japan. So in Japan, we went and see more fireworks. I don't know how many times have I witnessed fireworks, but this was really a well done fireworks. It looks like a machine gun coming out from the temple, and yeah, you can see this is the very huge Buddha statue. So it's a place where they worship and they host like festivals. So there were a lot of small little shops that sells like yakitori or other Japanese street food. And the place is like really beautiful. But during summer, it gets like really hot. So you might want to wear something that is like shorts or dress, which is really like airy. So in Japan, I usually eat a lot of sushi, sashimi. I go to Toyosu Market, which is the new fish market. So previously it was a market called Tsukiji Market. And yes, in Japan we eat a lot of sashimi, sushi, udon, ramen. Oh, I can't name it. I just love eating Japanese food. Sorry, I know that was a bit lengthy of fireworks, but it was just really beautiful. And the lightings here are actually some sort of prayers, like to pray for your loved ones or probably your ancestor. And this big bell, when you ring it once or twice, I think it brings like a good luck. And as you can see, a lot of red plants of flowers during summer. and basically it's a very good picture taking place. And next is Los Angeles. One of my favorite highlight experience was driving in Hollywood. And not to mention, this is the Walk of Fame where you have to visit and take pictures of your famous star. Depends on which celebrity that you like. And here, South Africa. I've always wanted to ride a horse, so this was a dream came true to me. So I get to see a lot of zebras, giraffe, and don't worry, I'm not that heavy for the horse. So yep, my horse was a Savannah. It was a really good experience, and she was very nice. It was a good trip. So next, Seattle, the first Starbucks. So if you love coffee, this is the place to visit. Now, not to mention, this was the Boeing Museum, so it was really a good experience as well, as I can see how the airplanes have made. Yeah, I can see more planes, even though I was flying as a cabin crew, but we went with the pilots and I could learn a lot from them. And in Seattle, there's a lot of places to go, like the Pike's Place Market. I think one day I would really wish to actually stay there. So the IHOP breakfast place is very famous, and this is like their famous Seattle Tower. So next, Shanghai. Shanghai is one of it's a good place to shop, but it's a very short layover, so it's basically less than 24 hours. Unfortunately, my Mandarin is not that good, so I couldn't maneuver around, but yes, if you get a chance, I think China is not a bad place to go, because you can buy really cheap things if you know how to bargain and negotiate. And not to mention, to have your Hai Di Lao, one of the famous steamboat place to go, where they also have similar to Hai Di Lao. It's called $1, and you get to pick a lot of Shanghai things. Was also one of the best massage that I've ever experienced. So New York, I'm sure everyone wants to go to. So this is the Brooklyn Bridge. If you seen Gossip Girl, this is like one of the iconic building, and the vessel is where the Chainsmokers filmed their music video, and it's a really cool building. So it goes all the way up. I'm not sure I can't remember if the escalator was there, but you can walk all the way up to see the view. Basically, I was like really tired, so I think I managed to reach third quarter of the building. But yes, if you get the chance, you should at least go there once. I've never seen this kind of building elsewhere in the world. So Amsterdam, where they say you get to smoke all those illegal things, which is legal there. So it's one of the experience where I went for a boat visit in Canal, and Heineken. So you drink a lot of beer. The beer museum is there. This was pretty much one of the enjoyable trips. So I get to see how the beers are being made there, and drank a lot of beers, which makes me really happy. And you can get good brownies as well. So where to next? I can't remember where this was taken, but yes, it's one of it. And this is Dusseldorf, Germany. I think this was my last few flights where I attended my last Christmas market. So every country, Europe countries, always have a good Christmas market, and it's a must go. And Zurich is one of the most beautiful places that you have to go to. And the mountains, as a Grindelwald place, Grindelwald, if I'm not mistaken, where it has like snow. You can do skiing. And there's a lot of things to do there. I think you should go there at least 2 weeks to enjoy the nature. And the people are very nice too. But once we go there for a few times, I think we we might look for, usually I'll look for like a Thai food whenever I'm there, because it's always eating like bread and I wasn't used to it. But the good thing is you get to enjoy good like alcohols and European food like your ham, your cheese. So that's one of the good experience that I've never thought I could experience. And next, the Copenhagen, Denmark. As you see, I'm very bad at cycling here. So this is the famous mermaid statue. And puff. Puff, you can get good honeycomb cakes. It's one of the best delicious cake. But it's very laid back. So we get Australian flights all the time. So yep, but it's still a very beautiful place to go. And next, London is one of the most exciting places. Get to see a lot of musicals. So this was, I think it was Matilda. And every trip I will usually go to look for a musical to watch. And back to Tokyo, where you get to experience wearing a kimono. I think it was winter this time, so it was very, very, very cold. And the Japanese train, trams. So I like to explore whenever I have a Japan layover, which I think I only flew there 5 times during my flying career, which is very rarely to get. But yes, Japan is one of my favorite place to go because I get to eat all my favorite food. So this Taipei, Taiwan, I've only got it twice or 3 times. It's such a waste because they have really good food there as well. And Ahmedabad, I actually explored alone here. So I went to this other large stepwell, which has a very, very beautiful architecture. And I can't remember Uber, or I think Uber alone, which I was pretty much didn't know what I was doing back then. But yes, I was too daring, I think. So, but I wanted an adventure, so here I got a bunch of cows, but I don't think they are called cows actually. So I get to see like how it's actually like the life in India is an eye-opening. So it's really interesting. So Singapore is where I actually live and work. So we're coming to an end. Visited Ipoh Caves. I didn't know there's such a beauty in Malaysia. So that would be it. Thank you. Bye.